Okay, so on Thursday, May 18th, 2018, or in dating format of some countries, Thursday, 18th of May, 2017, I see that somebody posted something on Facebook that says Chris Cornell died, and the word no, and it's like, no! Now, as some of you may know, Chris Cornell was vocalist for Soundgarden and later Audioslave, and he also had a solo career too, right in between Soundgarden and Audioslave. And he also briefly had a short-lived band called Temple of the Dog, which had members of Mother Love Bone that would later go on to Pearl Jam, as the Temple of the Dog album was like a tribute to Mother Love Bone's vocalist Andrew Wood, who died of a heroin overdose. Now, when I saw this posting, I ended up, doing a search online to check and see if it was really true that he died. The answer was yes, and then there was this thing that looked like it was a rumor of suicide. And I was like, okay, that's the rumor, I don't know. But then, as things progressed further in the articles about it, there's more reports of suicide. And apparently, it happened after a Soundgarden concert in Detroit, which is located in my state, Michigan. And, they did the concert at the Fox Theater, which I've heard of that place before, but I've still never been in that place last time I checked. But I guess they were staying at a hotel called MGM Grand, which is also a casino. I actually was inside that building once, not to gamble, but to use the bathroom, or as it would be called in some countries, the toilet. And since at that time I'd taken a bus to go to Ann Arbor, but I had to switch buses in Detroit, so I went from Saginaw to Detroit, then Detroit to Ann Arbor, and well, I didn't like the bathroom in the Grand bus station, and needed to go, and MGM Grand's bathroom, or as it's called in some countries, toilet, was much better shape. Especially since it is a fancy place anyways and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, the report is that he's found dead in his hotel room, and it looks like something had been, around his neck, so they're reporting suicide. Suicide. And well, a whole bunch of people have already posted things about where they seem to believe the report from the media that it was suicide, but you know what? Not everybody believes the report that it was suicide, and you know who's among those people that don't think it was suicide? Me! I really think the story of suicide doesn't add up, and here's why. Okay, now, it would have made sense for a death to occur after a concert if, let's say, there was a drug overdose. Or, heavy drinking. These things have actually happened before. Whether we want to admit it or not, they've happened. Although one rock star that I met that died a week later, Dave Williams' drowning pool, actually had an undiagnosed heart condition. Although before the report was finally released about that, there were rumors that it was alcohol-related death or something, and I myself had honestly wondered if it was drug or alcohol-related, but turned out it was an undiagnosed heart condition, and he could have had it for years, but anyways. And sure, there's been times when certain rock stars have been found dead from suicide, like Michael Hutchence from NXS. And some people say that some things in some of the lyrics to some of the songs have kind of reflected what led up to his suicide. And it's possible that some of the clues were in some of Michael Hutchins' lyrics for NXS. And I don't think NXS was actually on tour at the time Michael Hutchins committed suicide, but Soundgarden, a band that had broke up before it later reunited, they were on tour. And here's why I think the suicide story doesn't add up, and why I don't believe it. Okay, it's true that yes, in the last song in the show, some words were included from the Led Zeppelin song In My Time of Dying, which starts out with first starts out with music riffs and whatnot, but when Robert Plant finally sings, it goes, In my time of dying, don't you to mourn. And you also hear a line that goes, well, 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 so I can die easy. And some are saying that, oh, that's a clue that suicide was involved. Well, hello. Robert Plant, whom I had the honor of seeing in concert with Jimmy Page when Page and Plant were on tour in '98 for their Walking the Clarksdale album. Well, the song wasn't in the set for that concert, but, when it was recorded for the Physical Graffiti album, which I have on both vinyl and CD, and all that, well, guess what? Robert Plant didn't commit suicide after that, and he's still alive. In fact, the only member of Led Zeppelin that's dead is John Bonham, who did die after heavy drinking, which had caused the split of Led Zeppelin, as they declared that John Bonham was irreplaceable, and which, yeah, at the time that was true, considering that he was the power behind the band. So, of course, he was irreplaceable at the time. Anyways, so yeah, there's these reports about, what song was being sung. Well, witnesses also say that he, said, I hope to see you at the next concert in the next location that they were going to be performing in, as well as hope to see you again. Does that really sound like somebody that was planning a suicide? I don't think so. I really don't. And his widow has even testified that there was no hint that he was suicidal or had any reason to commit suicide. Yet here it is, just because of whatever was found in his hotel room, that is supposed to indicate that, oh yeah, suicide. And even the coroner, the Wayne County coroner, has said suicide. But you know what? I don't buy it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think what really happened is very possibly murder. Yes, that's what I think. I think he may have been murdered. Okay, I can't prove it at the moment, but there's been a couple other people that I've discussed it with that are in agreement with me that it was probably murder, or that it was definitely murder, or some murder. I'm only using the word probably. I mean, if you can concretely prove to me that it really was a suicide, okay, please prove it to me. But if it was murder, and that's what I'm thinking, I would like to see the whole thing thoroughly investigated. And if it's proved to be murder, as I'm thinking, if it's proved that he was actually murdered, I'd like to know who did it, and I'd like to know why. I would like to know why. Not really. I'd like to know why. Because, well, whatever happened, a lot of people's rusty cage has been touched. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. Anyways, thank you for watching, and good day. God be with you all.